Power Rangers is a part of my childhood. I don't know why, but during its early years, I fell in love with it and became excited for it. But after how many years older I've become, a lot has happened. Its quality of programming in these modern days are different compared to how they were back in the 1990s. And I wasn't as fond of every single one of them as when I first got into the show. So it gave me deep feelings about it, and therefore a notion to make for myself fan-made openings of the show. And I thought it would be to ease my mind a little, just to share some of my deep feelings in this video. So much went on during the activeness of the Power Rangers franchise. Think about the changes throughout the installments, the ideas put in to adapt to the American audience, and the critical and commercial success as its outcome. The problem is how it's impacting today is not the same as it was when it began its broadcast. People shouldn't blame it on the different owners or production crews. It's just that change is okay to Power Rangers, but only when it's for the better. When it's to build from the greatness yielded the first time around. And not everything brought the franchise up, even though there is an explanation for each and every implementation. The modern seasons worth mentioning don't quite fit under the same entertainment status as the classics. And the ratings constantly go up and down. In theory, a fixed population of viewers can't be kept if rather not make the population bigger, and let alone make up for older viewers who eventually decide to stop watching. Certain enough, just one input that goes wrong and the franchise falls apart. The first time I watched Power Rangers, it was the first 3 seasons on TV6, one of the local TV stations of my country, and while I was 5 years old or so. And during those days, my family did not have cable. The last season they ever broadcasted was Turbo, and before I became a teen. Since then I saw nothing more. After I started accessing the internet, I was astonished of what I discovered. The show has been going on for longer than I was ever revealed, and it still is to this day. While catching up with what I missed, thoughts went through my mind, the biggest of which is, why doesn't TV6 finish broadcasting the show after broadcasting in space? It is the final season of the Zordon era. Maybe they didn't like the season finale. I skimmed the plotline of that episode and I was quite heartbroken over what happened to Zordon in the end. But still, they should have shown it so that I know that the overarching plot has concluded and I don't have to watch another episode. Even if the staff of TV6 wasn't feeling all too happy about it, the people who didn't have cable at the time, they shouldn't have left those people hanging. Now, as I'm sure you know, Power Rangers is still in works because of where the suits, props, footage, and other elements come from. Super Sentai, which is also still in works. And back in the day, people were sure that Power Rangers made it to the end of its book after that not so happy ending. But looking at Super Sentai and what it was still doing, ever since Lost Galaxy, there has been new stories, new adventures, and new incarnations. I guess the current production team who worked on Power Rangers during those years didn't know when to stop. Now, I have nothing against Time Saban bringing pieces of Super Sentai over to English markets. The thing is, he didn't have to have his studio keep adapting installments of Super Sentai, only that he can. It's just that with more seasons being put in, the quality of Power Rangers overall is a bit less. In my opinion, all following seasons should be equal to the first season at least. Otherwise, don't adapt other series at all. I mean, if it's only one series of Power Rangers that keeps us on the go, that's all we need. But in the end, it all depends on the viewers willing to see more or see something new. Different stories of different teams is actually something Super Sentai always do. And for Power Rangers to be doing the same, I believe a good move was made. And the franchise will be just fine that way, even while they ever do bring back old characters. It's just the several characters being more than one ranger is what concerns me. I think they should have started the different stories, different teams of heroes trend a little sooner. Probably at either Zeo or Turbo or even Alien Rangers, just to give it a head start. To me, one person being one ranger makes it more organized. Finally, I feel that Power Rangers should be more than just taking something fit for only Japanese audiences and reinventing it to fit eyes of other countries. It shouldn't be anything from Disney or Nickelodeon or anime or the comics. But it's a franchise that delivers. Something worth calling provocative. The action gives the viewer thrills and chills. The drama where needed is at a suitable level. Every actor performs with precision. The special effects make everything look and feel real. And there's even comedy implemented, but it's not overdone. So I wanted to make my own fan-made Power Rangers openings because of the deep feelings which I explained. And some I intend to implement. The franchise as it is, it doesn't seem to be holding up on the modern day. And it means much enough to me to somehow express myself by revealing that if a different result is obtained from a different person who owns Power Rangers, if I obtained it, such will be good. How about you? What deep feelings do you have for Power Rangers? Allow me to read your comment. And thank you for listening and watching and understanding.